Hello my beautiful raindrops, welcome back to another video. It's been a minute since I've done a long video. Sorry about the live last night. My niece and nephew came in the room and I just had to end it. But quick update before the video starts. I will be doing paranormal videos again. I've been putting that off. I've been procrastinating a lot. I'm still a little bit drained from what happened in the basement. But other than that, I will bring them back. And I just want to thank you all for just loving my characters so much. It's so amazing that you guys show so much love and support to my characters. You have no idea how much that means to me, especially since I love bringing them to life, and I love that you guys actually like them. When I first started cosplaying them, I was so afraid that people wouldn't like them, but you guys seem to love them so far. And it makes my heart so happy because I just love taking the characters that I write about and bringing them to life. So thank you so much for that. And let's get into the... In a faraway kingdom, a princess is killed. Her spirit remains. She tortures her killer, torments them, causes chaos throughout the castle. This princess inflicts the pain onto her killer that she was forced to endure during her death. Her soul showed who she truly was. Her killer killed her for power, for the throne, for a crown, for a title. She broke things throughout the castle. She clawed at her killer. Her soul was never far behind. Wherever her killer went, her soul was never far behind. This princess's name was Tala. Something about Tala's family is that they have been powerful but strange since the beginning of their line. See, Tala's aunt was killed by a witch named Vienna. Vienna took the form of Tala's aunt Laya until she had all of her people gathered in one place. That's when she revealed who she truly was. Vienna ruled for years until Tala was finally old enough to take the throne. See, Vienna tried to get rid of Tala as well, so she could remain in control. But what Vienna didn't know was that Tala knew about Vivian. Vivian was the child Vienna saved. True, Vienna had made Vivian an orphan, but she still took Vivian in and raised her as her own. Tala threatened Vivian, forcing Vienna to step down and give the kingdom back to its rightful owner. But before Tala was crowned queen, Tala's cousin killed her. Via used to love Tala. They used to be best friends. They would play and laugh and run around the castle together. Lila loved it. Tala's mother loved it. But as they got older, Via began to change. Via stopped being nice, stopped hanging out, stopped acting like family to Tala. This broke Tala, because to Tala, Via was her best friend. But Via didn't see Tala that way anymore. So, on the night before her coronation, she went into Tala's room and bashed her head. Tala's soul showed the wounds inflicted. After that night, Via always saw Tala's blood on her hands. Always saw Tala in the mirror. Always saw Tala's portrait moving. Always heard whispers in the night. One day, Lila visited Via. Missing her daughter, she thought she would come home to her daughter and her daughter's cousin, having fun, telling stories like they used to. But instead, Lila saw Via on the throne. This threw Lila off, as Tala was supposed to be the next in line, being the eldest. But she went back to where her soul was safeguarded. She couldn't face Via. She wasn't ready, not until she knew where Tala was. But when she went back to the spring forest, she saw Tala's soul wandering around next to Rain. See, Rain was the fairy that safeguarded souls. Rain is the high fae of souls of the spring forest. She safeguards lost souls, tortured souls. The spring forest is full of souls that endured so much pain. She asked Tala what happened, and so Tala told her. Via killed me. She killed me for power. She killed me for a title. She killed me for a kingdom, Tala said. See, Lila didn't like this. After all, that's not how she raised her daughter. So, she asked Rain for permission to go back for just a day. And Rain said, "You can leave any time. You're not a prisoner here. I am just the guardian of your soul. You are free to leave, but this is your home. This is where you are safe from soul eaters, soul hunters, soul catchers. This is where you can never be harmed. This is where your soul can live on." With that information, Lila went back. And Lila showed herself to Via. Via was shocked. She didn't believe in ghosts until that point. Even her experience with Tala's soul She refused to believe it. She thought she was going insane until she saw her mother. Her mother cried, not tears of joy or anger, but tears of sadness and disappointment. This broke Via. She always wanted her mother to be proud of her. You killed your cousin for power, for a title. Lila said, that is not the woman I raised. Via tried to talk. She tried to plead her case, but Lila wasn't having any of it. Lila went back. She was too heartbroken to face her daughter. She spent months and years just helping Tala heal from the pain of what Via inflicted on her. Lila showed Tala how to hide the wounds on her soul form. Eventually, Tala looked normal again. See, in the spring forest, souls can take solid form. They're still souls. But you can't see through them like souls. One night, Tala went back to Via. She had one last grudge to get out. She still held anger. So that entire day, she controlled Via. She clawed at Via's neck, forced Via to inflict wounds on her arms. The guards were terrified, and so were the people. After all, strange things were happening in their kingdom, and their queen didn't know what. They thought it was another witch. They thought Vienna had returned. But little did they know, it was their true princess who was doing all of this. Tala didn't want to go back to the spring forest, but she knew if she didn't, creatures and people would come after her. After all, the power of a lost soul was highly sought after. So, she went back. And from then on, her soul and her aunts were safeguarded by Rain, the high fae of the spring forest. Rain sometimes turned them into stone when she had to leave. This way she knew that she didn't have to worry about them. She did give them the ability to come out of the stone form, but they rarely did. The only times they did were to greet children fae that came into the forest, village children that came to play with the magical creatures. One of the magical creatures had taken a very well liking to Tala, and its name was the Gravla, a small but adorable creature. Tala loved the Gravla. Anytime she wasn't stone, she would hold and play with the Gravla. The other mystic creatures loved her too, but the Gravla the most. And they lived in that forest. Legend says they still do. Rain still hasn't returned. After all, there's something she had to see to with other mystics. And so Tala and Lila and all the mystic creatures still wait.